In today's video, we are going to learn how you can encrypt and decrypt files like images, videos, PDF, zip files in Flutter. Lots of our subscribers are asking for this video, so I decided to create this one. There are multiple ways to encrypt and decrypt files in Flutter. I'm going to show you one of them. To perform this operation, I request you to pause the video and write the code with me. Coding is a practice. Hey, what's going on internet? This is Vivek from Tech with VP. Your problem, our solution. So without wasting our time, let's get started. First, let's have some look on demo so you can get better understanding what we are going to learn in this video. So here you can see our application is successfully launched and it is asking for a write permission. So allow encrypt file to access photo media and files on your device. So let's allow this so our application can write files in our external storage. So you can see this is a very basic application. There are only two buttons. First is a download and encrypt. Second one is decrypt file. So whenever we click on this button download and encrypt, it will download files from URLs data, or download the data from URL and encrypt and create file in our external storage. And whenever we click on this decrypt button, this will decrypt your files and store it at the same directory, right? So whenever we click on that button, it will if your external storage has no my folder, it will create one my folder. So let me show you first in my application. So you can see I'm going to internal storage and here you can see there is no folder named my ink folder, but whenever we click on that button, it will create one folder if it does not exist. So let me show you first what we are going to encrypt and decrypt here. So I'm going on my browser. You can see there is one video which we are going to encrypt and decrypt. Second one is this image, third one is this PDF, and fourth one is this zip file. So whenever I click on this zip file, it will start downloading. This is just a font zip file. So this four thing we are going to encrypt and decrypt in our application. So I'm going to currently open this so I can show you that demo perfectly. So let's click on that button first, so you can get a better understanding that it is creating a folder or not. So first, whenever I will click, so here you can see guys, these things are hard coded here little bit, but you can use yourself or you can use dynamic file name and all. So first of all, we are going to download our mp4 file, video file. So I'm going to change file name to mp4, and this is our video URL which is showing my browser. So currently I'm going to name it demo.mp4. So I'm going to clear this notification and let's restart our application. Hot restart is performed. Now click on download and encrypt button. So you can see this message here. Data is downloading, file encrypting file, writing data, and you can see file encrypted successfully, and this is the path where your file is stored. So now I will show you that file in my external storage. So here I'm going to my internal storage. In internal storage is your external storage in your Android device. So this is the mine folder. If you check before, it wasn't here, but now it is created. Whenever I go to here, you can see demo.mp4.aes. So AES is a encryption file name. Now I will click on demo button. Sorry, decrypt file button. So let's click on this. You can see here reading data means it is reading our encrypted file. File is decryption, and now our file is created successfully at the same folder and same path. So now I will show you that path. You can see demo.mp4 file is generated here, and whenever I click on this image, you can see the same video is running here which run here. So you can see the file is decrypting and encrypting successfully. So let's close this. Now I'm going to download image, right? This image. So we will download and encrypt this image. So for that I just have to change our file name here, jpg. This is guys hard coded, sorry for this, but this is just a demonstration purpose. That's why I'm going to use it. Now this time we will use our image URL instead of this video URL. So this is our button code where I called one method named underscore download and create. So here for now this is a video URL. Now I will change it to image URL. Once I will restart my application. So our application is successfully restarted and now you can see this. So now I'm going to click on download and encrypt. Downloading data, encrypting file data is written. So you can see guys, demo.jpg.aes file is successfully generated. So now let me show you in our folder. You can see demo.jpg.aes file is generated here. Now we will decrypt this file. So I'm clicking on this decrypt file button. Now our file is decrypted and the file is stored in same folder demo.jpg. So let's go to our folder here and you can see this image demo.jpg. So now our image is decrypted successfully. Now third one is PDF URL. So for that we have to change our URL here, PDF URL, and we just need to change our extension here, PDF. Guys, these all things you can dynamically change. You can get a file name from a URL. I will make one more video, so you can see how you can get a file name, file extension from URL. So let's restart our application once. Now we are going to encrypt and decrypt this PDF which you show here, this PDF file. So now our application is restarted successfully. Clicking on download and encrypt file, you can see downloading data, encrypting data, and demo.pdf.as file is generated. So let's check that file. You can see demo.pdf.as file is generated. Now I will click on decrypt button, decrypt file. You can see file is decrypted, demo.pdf. Now we will confirm it in our external storage directory. You can see demo.pdf file is generated here. And for confirmation, I am going to open this file. There are only 3 pages. You can see 3 of 3. These 3 pages which we show in our browser. These 3 pages here, right? And the last one is our zip file. So now we are going to encrypt and decrypt our zip file. So currently I'm going to copy zip URL and paste it here, and we just need to change our extension to here zip, and let's restart our application. Performing hot restart, our application is restarted successfully. So now click on download and encrypt file. Data downloading, encrypting file, and our file is encrypted demo.zip.aes file. Let's check it in our emulator. So here you can see demo.zip.aes file is generated. Now we will decrypt this file. Click on decrypt file button. Now our file is decrypted. Let's check it in our external storage file. You can see demo.zip file is generated, and here you can see the content of that zip file. So this is the demo that how you can encrypt and decrypt file with the use of Flutter encryption. So this is a standard AES encryption which you see in our previous encryption videos, which was the first video of our encryption video series, AES encryption. So now we will jump into coding section, that how I made this project and which dependencies are required to perform this type of operation, right? So let's jump into the coding section. So before we start our project, some basic requirements, what we need, which dependency we are going to use in this project. So this is for that. So I'm going to open my pubspec.yaml file, and here you can see which dependencies we used in this project, and you have to include this dependency also. So first one is a permission handler to ask permission from our application. Second one is a path provider. Guys, this is an optional parameter for now. I'm going to use this, but for a visible file purpose, I'm not going to use this path provider, but I will show you how you can use this to store your files in your application directory. Second one is now third one is HTTP to download data from URLs. For a networking purpose, we are going to use this HTTP dependency. Now next one is URL launcher. This is why, because first we will check whether our URL is correct, or we can launch that URL or not. That's why I'm going to use this URL launcher dependency also. And the last one is encrypt, which you show in our last three videos, how you can encrypt and decrypt your files. So these are some basic and first step to include dependencies in our project. Now next step is to give a permission to your Android manifest file. So let me show you that. So that file is stored in Android apps source src main, and here you can see Android manifest file. So you have to specify this both permission here. User uses permission. First is to write external storage, and second one is read external storage. So this is the basic step. Before you jump into coding section, you have to do it. So now we will move to our coding section. So guys, in this video I'm not going to write code because it will take too much time to create this video. So I already created this application and I will explain each line so you can better understand. If you want to write this code with me, you can pause this video and write yourself. Okay, so first of all, I just created stateless widget and stateful widget with a basic normal application. And now then I started creating my variable. So first is boolean is granted, so which is for our permissions. Second one is file name. So guys, file name is optional. In next video I will show you how you can get file name, file extension, file size from URL. So you can implement that thing in this video. So I'm not going to implement this here because this video will be very large and very long, and you guys will be bored. So that's why I'm not I'm just going to use this hard coded file name. So we have these four URLs. First is for video, second image, third one is PDF, and fourth one is zip. You can use any file here, not just video, image, PDF and zip files. I'm just going to hard code this here. You can use dynamic also. So this is you can use as per your requirements. So these are the variables which we are going to use. So now our first step is to get path to store our files or create or read our files. So here I am going to use get application, get fdir getter method here, and second one is a get external visible dir. Why this both? So I told you guys I'm not going to use the our external storage here, get external storage directory, because our file will be hidden if we are going to use this. But instead of, I'm going to use this folder get external visible dir, so you can share, so I can show you that encrypted and decrypted file. But you can use this also, there is no problem with this both. So that's why I imported here path provider, right? So this is our first getter method, first two getter method which will get a path. So before in demo I show you that it will create one folder my ink. So how that thing will done? So here you can see these both are async method. So here we will check if await directory, this directory exists, means our in my ink folder is exist in our external storage directory. If yes, then it will just get that path, and it will just get that path and return as an external directory. If that path is not exist, then what it will do, it will create this folder in our external storage and return the path of that external storage or that folder. So this is just a simple, guys, you can pause this video and write code with me. So this is in our home state, our stateful widget. So this all code is here, you can see. Now our third method is request permission. So how you will ask runtime, how you will ask for runtime permission. So here if await permission dot storage dot is granted, means it will return boolean value if permission is granted or not. If that permission is not granted, so it will ask for a permission status dot permission status here is a result await permission dot storage dot request. So it will request for a storage permission. and here I check if result dot is granted. So here if you notice that here if we use is granted boolean, it will be true, and if user click on deny button, it will be false here. So it will not allow you to write files in your external storage, right? So this is for permission handling purpose. If you guys facing any issue, guys, please comment below, I will explain it. So this is a storage permission code, that how you will ask for a permission from user runtime. Now this is our next step to build our application. So this is a widget, our build widget, and in this I use scaffold. But before, when we build our activity, we will ask for a request permission. If it is granted, it will just set is grant variable true. Otherwise it will store as a false value. Now this is now I take a scaffold, and the main component and main widget is center, so we can align our two buttons in center. Now I took one column widget. Guys, you can create a application UI as per your requirement, but I'm just going to show you demonstration. So here there are two raise button. First I show you download and encrypt, and second one is decrypt file. So before we perform any operation here, we will check for permission. So here is if permission is granted or not, right? So if this variable is false, it will say print no permission granted and request for permission again. So it will ask for permission. If our permission is granted, what it will do, it will get our path to store and write and read our permission. So here directory d await get external visible dir, which we created here. This is a getter method, right? Get external visible dir. If that folder is not exist, it will create and return that path here. So now we get our path here. I will tell you about this hidden file, what it is now. Okay, so I have created the one method here, download and create method, which takes three arguments. First is a URL of your file, second is your directory path, and third one is your file name, which is this file name, right? Now I will explain you that download and create method, but before I want to explain this next step, means this next raise button. So here you can say decrypt file, same thing here, is granted or else statement. If your permission is granted, it will run this code, otherwise it will again ask you for a permission. So here I'm going to get again external visible dir, and here this time I'm going to use get normal files, means we are going to take our normal files from our encrypted file. So here I'm going to pass that decrypted so that directory or that path here and our file name. So this is just a basic UI and the callback of our on process or on press method, that when user click on that button, what will happen. I hope you guys understand this. Again, I will show you that build method. Here I use the request storage permission. Then we created this UI here. There is a center, then child widget as a column, and in column we define two raise button. And in raise button we provide that function here to encrypt and decrypt file. Right? You can pause this video and write this code. Okay. Now the method, now we will look for this method, how this method will work, download and create. So I'm going to I come here. So I told you guys I use a URL launcher, this dependency here. So I included this URL launcher package here, so we can use that functionality. So first, whenever we call this method, it will ask for URL, directory and file name. So here you can see await can launch. So first it will check for URL that we can launch this URL or not. If we can't launch this, it will print that simple message can't launch URL. And if we can launch this, it will go inside that if statement. So first it will show some message like downloading data. Now here it comes to HTTP dependency. So I use HTTP to download data from URL. So here you can see word response await http.get, and here we will pass our URL. Now it will get a response as a response class data from our await http.get URL, right? So now the second step is to encrypt our file and store it to our external storage. So I have created encrypted data method, and second one is a write data method. So what this method will do? So let's jump to this file here, this method here. So we are passing our response dot body bytes. So we are writing our file as a byte. Now I will go to this file here. So this file, this method here you can see encrypt data plain string means our bytes data body bytes which we are getting from our HTTP. So it will show some message here encrypting file. Now this all thing is simple we done in our previous 3 video AES encryption. So what we are going to do is our encrypted file. So I have created one class which store our encryptor. So I'm going to use my encryptor dot encrypt byte. So we are going to encrypt our data as a byte format. So I'm going to provide here plain string which we are going to get from our URL. Then we will use IV here. I will show you where I store our IV, and simply it returns our encrypted dot bytes. So here we are going to perform all operation in bytes. Okay, so this is just a variable name plain string. Actually these are body bytes which we are getting from our URL. So now I will show you about this my encrypt class. So this is here, you can see this my encrypt class. So here we have defined our key and our IV. You can use your key and your IV here. And now I have created my encryptor which will encrypt our data. So here this is a AES, and here we have provided our key. So if you don't watch our video about AES encryption and salsa 20 and Fairnet algorithm, so you can check out our files and our videos, all the link in the description section, and you can check that above card section you will find that playlist. Okay, so this is our my encrypt class which will hold our key IV and our encryptor. So we are going to encrypt and decrypt files with the use of this encryptor. So I'm going to come back here. So I explain you about this, that my encryptor class has a my encrypt class has my encryptor which is this, and we will use the encryptor method encrypt byte, and in encrypt byte we will pass plain string means plain data which we are getting from URL, and here I pass IV. So now come back to our download and create. So now we get our encrypted data, right? So this is an encrypted result. Now we will write our file. So here I have created one more method write data, and in this we will pass our encrypted data. Next one is a path or our file name where we want to store our file. So here you can see our file name .aes. This file name is getting from here, this demo.zip or demo.mp4 demo.jpg, whatever you specified that, right? So come back again here. I know guys this is little bit hard, but you can pause our video and see that all stuff here. So now we are passing our file path here, and this is that printing. When our file is written, it will simply return a message, write a message that your file is encrypted successfully on this path. Now I will go to write data. So you can see this is a future object, this is a future method which return a string, so which returns a path as a string. So now whenever this method will call, it will simply print one message that writing data. So now we are going to open this file name with parameters which we are passing here. You can see d path means this path we get from our URL here directory, and the file name is filename dot aes. This is a simple operation to write file, if you guys don't know. So what we are going to do is, we got our file here, and now we will write our encrypted data here. So I'm going to use f.write as a byte method, which is a file method which write your file as a byte, and we are providing our encrypted data to write here, and simply we are returning absolute path, means where our file is going to be stored. And now this is written as a string, you can see two string, and now you can see here we got our string path here, and we are going to print file encrypted successfully, and here $p. If you know this can launch, if this URL is not launchable, then it will show you the can't launch print message. So this will encrypt our file and store into our my ink folder. So this was the all stuff what we are going to use for our encrypting file. So now we will explain this decrypting task. So for decrypt, here we are going to use get normal file. This is a private method. So here again we are getting our external path for to store and read our data. So here I passed path and file name. So now we'll jump into our extra get normal file method. So here this is a get normal file. So first what we are going to do, so first we have to read our file which is encrypted. So here unit 8 list, so I'm going to read the data. So again I created one method to read data, right? So here is a underscore read, and here in we are passing our path and file name. You can see path and file name. So let's go to this read data so we can better explain. So whenever you call this method, it will print one message so that we are reading our data from that path. So when this file will read, this is a path name we provide here. This is a path and our file name. Now it will open that file and now await f.read as a byte. As I told you that all operation is performed as a byte. So I'm going to use f.read as byte method to read our file as a byte, and it will simply return our encrypted file here, encrypted byte data here. So now we get our encrypted file as a unit 8 list. Now what we have to do, we have to decrypt that data. So now decrypt data method is again called, and here we are passing this data here. Okay, so now I will explain decrypt data method. So this is a decrypt data. So now again it will print one message, print file decryption in progress. So here we have created one object of encrypted class, so we can pass it to our decrypt byte method, because decrypt byte method only takes encrypted. So we have to first convert into encrypted object. So you can see we get our encrypted data from here, data encrypted data. Now what it will do, it will create a class, an object of our encrypted class. Now we will again use my encrypt dot encrypted dot decrypt bytes. Now this time we are going to decrypt our byte, so I'm going to use decrypt byte, and we will use this encrypted decrypted data, right? And again I'm providing here my IV. I know guys this is a little bit confusing, but when you write this code you will better understand that how these all stuffs are going to work. So our file is decrypted. Now it will return our normal bytes which are before we encrypted. So we get our plain data here. Now it's time to write it again, which will write our normal file. So again I'm going to use this write data. Here I'm going to pass this time plain data, and here I'm not going to use .aes because we are going to use normal file here. So these are our plain data, and here we provide our path. So again I'm going to our write method, and you can see data to write. This time we are going to use plain data to write here, right? And here we are going to pass our path, this path, which we are getting from our external visible dir. And when this all stuff is done, it will show us a message, file decrypted successfully. So here it will return absolute path. So this is all about encryption and decryption file. Now I'm going to give you some quick recap how this all stuff is going to work. So guys, in this text file, you can see the better understanding how this project is working, right? So first is the encryption process. So what happened when we click on that the download and encrypt button? So first it will download data from URL with the use of HTTP. When we click on download button, first step will be executed. So download our data. So second step is encrypt data with the use of encrypt data method. So it will encrypt our data and return encrypted bytes. And now the third step is to create encrypted .aes file with the use of write data method. So these three steps will done when we click on encrypt, download and encrypt button. Now decryption process. So when we click on decrypt file button, so what happened? So first it will read file with the use of underscore read data method, and it will return our encrypted data as a form of byte. Now what we will do, we will decrypt that data with the use of decrypt data method. It will return normal plain data as a byte. Now we got our plain data from our encrypted file. So now we can create our normal file from it. So now we have our plain data as a byte format. We can write it with the use of underscore write data method. I know guys, this is a little bit confusion, but I hope you guys understand this all stuff. So if you guys face a problem with this code, I'm going to provide you this all file. You can see the link in my screen. You can download this all project from this URL. I hope this all stuff will help you. So I hope guys understand this all stuff, how you can encrypt and decrypt file and download it from URL and store it to your external device. I hope this video helped you a lot. If you find any problem, if you face any problem, you can comment below. This comment section is for you. If you really like this video, share with your friends who want to learn Flutter, who want to encrypt files in Flutter, and please hit that subscribe button. If you are new to this channel, please hit that subscribe button. It will motivate me a lot to create more videos like this. And please hit that like button also. See you in the next video. In the next video, we are going to create our one project where you can find the file name, file extension and file size from a URL. So see you in the next video. Till, take care, stay safe, stay at home.